Our story begins with a young man named Loa, weeping tears of profound, earth-shattering relief. He had done it. He had actually, truly defeated something. He immediately sprinted to the Adventurers Guild, eager to share his glorious triumph with everyone. "Today I was able," he announced, face splattered with slime guts and crowned with a bonus living slime, "to kill 2 slimes!" The guild hall hummed with the usual business. Lo's dramatic entrance, however, brought it to a screeching halt. A chorus of laughter erupted from the veteran adventurers. "Loa, you actually got those wounds from fighting slimes?" one bellowed. Lo, bless his heart, tried to defend the honor of his fallen foes. "Don't underestimate slimes," he warned. "They bite you when they're serious." This, naturally, only made them laugh harder. He was, after all, their beloved, low-level adventurer. Undeterred, he presented his spoils to the guild staff. "This should be enough for 1,000,000 mers, right?" he asked, full of a hope that was painful to witness. The staff member, with the dead-eyed pragmatism of a career bureaucrat, delivered the verdict. "You get 3 mers." Lo's world crumbled. "I can't even buy a meal with that," he wailed. "I can't afford to eat the grass and bugs outside." Resigned to a dinner of local insects, Lo's day was about to get worse. "More importantly, Loa," the staffer said, "about your current status." It seemed his level had plummeted from 25 to a pathetic 10. "Did you consume your level again?" the staffer asked, not unkindly. Loa admitted he had to. "My sword got broken, so I made a new one." This was the curse of his unique skill, a magnificent power that let him forge items by literally sacrificing his own progress. The staff's casual observation that it "sounds pretty cool" was met with a shriek of existential despair. Loa couldn't be a merchant, couldn't join a party, and was trapped in a Sisyphean loop of grinding for levels only to burn them on shoddy equipment to fight the next pitiful monster that looked at him funny. "There was a slime that was looking down on me," he cried. Suddenly, a magical wind whipped through the room. It was a display of casual, arrogant power. "It has to be him again," the staffer sighed. Enter Carter, the town's resident rich boy and bully extraordinaire. "Hey, Loa," he sneered, "making small amounts of money again?" Loa's face soured. It was Carter. When other adventurers protested his indoor magic use, Carter simply threatened their supply of healing potions from his father's shop, shutting them up instantly. He then turned his full, smirking attention back to Loa. "If only you could use magic like me, am I right?" He mocked Loa's lame copper sword, the very blade Loa had sacrificed his strength to create. "It's nothing but a piece of scrap in my eyes," Carter declared. But Loa, to his credit, stood his ground. "I don't necessarily hate this skill," he mumbled. He explained his simple, almost foolish philosophy. "If you gain something by spending something precious, then it has meaning." Carter scoffed, but Loa seemed resolute. He collected his 3 mers. "Now I can buy some salt," he said, a small victory for his upcoming bug feast. Carter watched him go, utterly disgusted. "I don't like this guy," he seethed. Loa walked away, determined. This was his only path. A helpful narration explains that Loa's skill also prevents him from gaining skill points. No levels, no points, no new skills. He was stuck in a permanent state of being a basic, no-frills adventurer. He couldn't learn magic, so all he could do was swing his sword. And so he trained, fighting endless slimes in the dark. After much grinding, he finally recovered his levels. "All right!" he cheered. Feeling bold, he decided to challenge the dungeon's final boss. This was a terrible idea, but desperation makes for poor judgment. "If I can defeat this monster," he thought, "I might actually be able to put an end to the days where I barely make any money." He reached the boss room. A shimmering barrier blocked his path. This was it, the point of no return. Once inside, it was win or die. He took a deep breath. "I wouldn't mind dying here," he screamed, plunging forward. The battle began instantly, a blur of motion. The boss was here. It was a towering skeleton warrior, a classic for a reason. Loa noted the recommended level wasn't impossibly high. "It's not an impossible battle," he told himself. They charged at each other. The skeleton was powerful, its blows heavy. "Kuh!" But Loa had endured worse, namely the daily mockery of his peers. He planted his feet. "I'm gonna win and change my life for the better," he roared. The skeleton roared back. Their blades met in a flurry of sparks. "I sacrificed 15 levels to get this sword," he grunted, parrying a strike. "There's no way I'm gonna get overpowered." With a final desperate cry, he shouted, "By a weak one like you!" and unleashed a massive slash. The blow connected, shattering the skeleton into a cascade of bones and armor. Its skull cracked apart. Loa panted, sweat pouring down his face. He fell to his knees in disbelief. "I did it!" A choked laugh escaped him. He clasped his hands. "I did it!" he screamed to the empty cavern, pure joy radiating from him. "I killed the dungeon boss!" But his celebration was cut short by a flash of light and the sound of shattering glass. A ring of runes encircled him. A series of notifications, the universe's own pop-up ads, appeared before him. He looked at his hands, which now swirled with magical energy. He had a new skill. The next day, the guild was as mundane as ever. But a new sound echoed on the floorboards, the confident steps of a boy who had eaten something other than grass. The guild staff and a few others looked up, surprised. "Hey, how was today?" the staffer asked, expecting the usual sob story. Loa wordlessly slammed a heavy sack on the counter. It overflowed with high-quality magic gems. The staffer's jaw dropped. "Isn't this a lot? What happened?" Loa simply leaned on his new, much nicer-looking sword. He gave a sly smile. "Yeah," he said coolly, "I think I'm gonna eat well tonight." And eat well he did. In the local cafeteria, he devoured a simple meal of stew and jerky. "Hi-ya, so good!" he sobbed, tears of culinary ecstasy streaming down his face. The other patrons watched on, pitying the poor boy crying over cheap food. As he ate, he pondered his new skill. He'd tested it, and it was potent. Just as a flicker of hope ignited within him, a familiar, unwelcome voice cut in. "It's rare to see you in the cafeteria, Loa." Carter snatched a piece of jerky from Loa's bowl. "My jerky!" Loa yelped. He tried to ignore the pest, but Carter wasn't there for a snack. He brought up the magic gems. Then, with theatrical flair, he yelled, "He said it! Hear that, Dad? He said that he stole a bunch of magic gems from the shop!" Loa was dumbfounded. "Huh? Stole?" Carter's father, a grim-faced man with a cat-themed eye patch, emerged from the crowd. "Thieves," he growled, "are worthy of death." Carter launched into a fabricated story about gems disappearing from their shop. "You stole them," he accused, pointing a finger at Loa. "There's no way you could get all those magic gems by yourself, right?" he reasoned, his logic as twisted as his personality. He painted a picture of a desperate, thieving Loa. As Loa tried to protest his innocence, Carter casually flicked his wrist, casting a wind bullet to shatter a nearby cup. "Play dumb again, and next time I'll use it on you." Loa's eyes narrowed. That was a 5-level spell. Carter grabbed him by the collar. "Come clean!" Then, leaning in close, he dropped the act, his voice a venomous whisper. "I already know that." He confessed his entire scheme, framing Loa for the reward money to fund his party. With a look of pure psychopathic glee, he delivered the final cruel twist. "I'm the one who stole the magic gems." Loa was silent, his face unreadable. "Now then, father, take him to the guards," Carter shouted, shaking Loa's hand in a mock gesture of capture. But as Carter's father reached out, Loa snatched the reward poster from his hand. A slow, dangerous smirk spread across Loa's face. "I see. Thanks for the information," he said, glancing at the poster. "You said that there'll be a grand prize for capturing the culprit, right?" Carter was taken aback. What are you laughing about?" Loa's feet lifted from the ground as an aura of lightning crackled around him. "I didn't steal," he stated calmly. Carter and his father stared in utter shock. A complex magic circle bloomed beneath Loa's feet. "This is magic?" Carter stammered. "No way!" he shrieked, his composure shattering. "How can you use magic? Why can someone like you—" Loa simply raised his hand, a D-rank flame spear coalescing in his palm, ready to turn the tables in the most spectacular fashion imaginable.